What's going on, guys? So this is Developer'23 and it's quite a new channel. This is my first video. So yeah, today we're actually going to see how to connect Xcode to Firebase, exactly the correct steps that you need to follow in order to get your Xcode project connected to Firebase. So why actually you need Firebase is because maybe let's say you're actually creating an app that you need to store data on. So basically the data, most of the time it is better to store it on a cloud, right? So Firebase is for that, and it's actually easy to learn coding and database structures and stuff and all using Firebase. So yeah, so let's get straight into the video and let's see how exactly can you connect Firebase to Xcode. So first of all, let's actually go ahead and create an Xcode project. So this is Xcode version 14, which is probably the new version, but I'm not actually sure. So I'm going to go with the app version. So next, and the product name, I'll just give demo. And for the identifier, so guys, the identifier, make sure you put it right, because this is the identifier that we actually be using later on in this video to connect Firebase. So for the identifier, I'm just going to say Developer'23 and demo. So this demo and this Developer'23, you can actually put whatever you want in there. That doesn't matter. So make sure you guys select storyboard and the language should be Swift. And next. Okay, so while this is loading, let's just go back to Firebase and let's actually create a project there. So for those of you who's new to Firebase, so basically you just have to go to this URL. I'll be linking it down in the description. So go to this URL, and if you don't have an account, sign in, which is basically your Google account. So sign in using your Google account and you will have this screen. So if you're new to Firebase, you want to have all of these projects because these are the projects that I've been working on Firebase for a while. So yeah, so let's go ahead and add a project. So here you can give your project name. Your project name could be your application name or any name that you want. So I'll just be giving demo and hit continue. Continue again. So then select an account. So I usually select the default account and then just create a project. So that's the basic step to create your project. It's quite easy. It's not that hard. So yeah, I guess the application and Xcode has actually loaded. Yeah. So there's pretty much nothing that you have to do on Xcode. It's most of the time on your Firebase database that you have to work on, because Xcode is like that. Well, as Android Studio, you have to do some settings on your console itself. So hit continue here. And so there we go. So this is the page that actually appears to you when you actually create a Firebase project. So in our case, it's going to be iOS. So let's go ahead and click iOS. And we're going to register our application onto our Firebase project. So over here, as I said before, your bundle ID that we actually created while we created the project on Xcode. So let's go ahead and copy that. So it's over here. So we'll go over here and just copy that. Let's go ahead and paste it over here. So in my case, I have actually added demo while creating the project. So usually you don't do that. I don't know why I did it, but yeah. So in your case, it should actually be 3 words, 2 dividers. Okay. You can actually have 4 words. It doesn't matter. So application name, it's optional. So I'm just going to give it demo and I'm going to register the application. So now what Firebase is doing is it's basically generating a config file, a service.plist file that we actually need to import onto our Xcode project. So let's go ahead and download this configuration file. So once we download this file, yeah, in my case, actually, I can find it onto my downloads folder. So what I am supposed to do is basically, here you go, this is the file. And I'm going to drag this file and drop it down all the way to the bottom of my demo folder. And I'm going to create targets all and leave the other settings as it is. So once you connect, make sure you actually get this Google service-info, your file name to be that, and there should be no numbers listed in here. So in your case, if you're actually new, there will be no numbers listed. So in my downloads folder, I might have 7 Google info playlist files, so that's why it's actually renaming it as 7. So to rename it, so let's go over here and backspace and see Google services-info.playlist. So your file name should be that, which is quite easier for Xcode to actually identify the file in its project files. So hit enter, and so that should be it. So yeah, over here, next. So now this is also pretty much a important step in Firebase. So all you have to do is just grab this URL, go to your Firebase, go to your Xcode application, click on file, and then add package. So click on add package, and over here on your right hand side top corner, you can actually see a search bar where you can actually paste the copied URL. And yeah, so here is the Firebase iOS SDK. So what you do is you click on this and click on add package. So that will take quite some time to actually get the packages from Firebase and display it to you. So I would actually like to take this time and tell you guys, so this is my new channel, this is my new video, so hope you guys would actually smash that subscribe button, put a comment, and actually share this video among with your friends who are actually struggling with Xcode and Swift language. Yeah, it would be really appreciated if you actually subscribe, because I'll be actually looking forward to provide great content for you guys in the future, and hope it will actually help you much to become a great Xcode future developer. So yeah, please do subscribe. Thank you. Okay, there it is, finally. So over here, we have all of the Firebase packages that we actually can import to our project. So what I actually do is basically I choose all of the Firebase packages to get imported on Xcode, because let's say in the future, if I actually need to use a package and if it's already imported, it'll be quite easier for me to access it. Otherwise, I have to go ahead back to add package, add the URL, and get Firebase loading again. So yeah, if you guys need, you can actually import the packages that only you need. So if you want to follow me, you can actually import all of the packages you want. So yeah, that's it. Basically, you have imported your packages. Let's go back to Firebase and hit next. So over here in the initializing code, make sure you choose Swift. So in Swift, let's just grab this line, only this line that says Firebase app.configure. So grab this line, go back to your Xcode project, go to app delegate. So app delegate over here, and then you can actually find did finish launching with options, which is usually the first option. So let's go over here before return. Let's actually give an enter and copy the code that we pasted. So once we're done with that, let's go back to Firebase and hit next. So make sure you actually choose Swift, because Swift UI is different. Your project is Swift in my case, so make sure you choose Swift. Next, and yeah, so that's it. That's basically it. You all set. So let's continue the console. So why is it complaining? So I don't know why I forgot this, but you actually have to import Firebase core over here. That should actually go away. Yeah, so you have to import Firebase core over here in order to actually configure your application. So yeah, so the things that you guys should actually keep in mind is to import this Google Services plist file onto your project files, and make sure you rename it to be Google Services-4.plist. And over here, while you actually give this firebase.configure, make sure you import Firebase core. So yeah, that's basically it. So that's how you actually connect Firebase to your Xcode project. I hope this video actually helps you guys in solving your problem. So thanks for watching. Yeah, so see you guys hopefully on my next video.